Welcome in to our Isaiah study. Today is day 21 of our studies, which means we are on chapter 21. I'm here with David the Lion Douglas, or David Douglas, like I like to call him, David Douglas. And we're going to be jumping into chapter 21. I think it's your day to read, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, let's get in. Let's jump into this. And the last few chapters, we've been talking about the challenges that America might be facing. And let's see if we continue with that narrative.
Okay. Chapter 21, verse 1. The burden of the desert of the sea, as
What the
whirlwinds
heck
in
is
this.
that? How can there
Well,
be a desert of the sea?
that is a good question. Desert of the sea.
Just think about that for a second. That doesn't make any sense. Usually desert means no water and sea means water. Let's keep reading. Keep that in the back of your mind. So when I read the scriptures, I'm like, the burden of the desert of the sea. What does that even mean? It means something. And so and I don't have the answer right now. It's something that I'm reading it live. It's something that happened live on here, and I'm just going. I mean, I prepared. I missed it when I prepared, but then when you read it, I'm like, what the crap is that? But anyway, something I'm gonna explore a desert of the sea.
As whirlwinds in the south pass through. So let me read this again. The burden of the desert of the sea, as whirlwinds in the south pass through. So it cometh from the desert, from a terrible land. A grievous vision is declared unto me. The treacherous dealer dealeth treacherously, and the spoiler spoileth. Go up, O Elam, besiege, O Media. All the sighting thereof have I made to cease.
Okay, so
Oh,
what I'm picking up right here is the burden of the desert of the sea is actually the water is going to turn to desert. Some kind of desolation is about to happen where it used to be water and sea, it is going to become desert. And things are going to get spoiled. Okay. I'm picking it up a little bit. Let's keep going here.
therefore are my loins filled with pain. Pangs have taken hold upon me, as the pangs of a woman that traveleth or travaileth. I was bowed down at the hearing of it. I was dismayed at the seeing of it.
Do you know what he's talking about there?
Well, it sounds like at some point people are going to have pains like a woman, and
But
it's
who's
not going to be
having these
good.
pains? Who's having the pains right now? He says it in verse, he says, therefore, my loins filled with pain. This
Or
is
could it
Isaiah.
be
He's
Isaiah?
he's seeing something that is causing him to have these pains, these heartaches, because he's seeing, apparently, a sea become a desert. He's seeing some huge things falling, some major desolation coming, some big things getting destroyed. Let's keep going here.
My heart painted, my heart
Panted.
panted, my heart panted, my heart panted, fearfulness, all frighted me. The night of my pleasure hath he turned into fear unto me. Prepare the table, watch in the watchtower, eat, drink, arise, ye princes, and anoint the shield.
So what's he saying there?
Well, he's preparing. He's saying that fearfulness frightened him, And
So he continues on in his lamenting in verse 4. He's like, my heart panted, I was afraid. Um, my pleasure turned to fear because he's seeing something drastic happening. He's seeing some kind of desolation take place. He's seeing some kind of kingdom falling. And so his cry in verse 5 is like, hey, get prepared. There is something big coming. There is something bad coming. So you better get prepared. You better make sure you got a full stomach. You better get on the watchtower. Like there is something that is coming. And if you're not prepared, you are screwed.
for
Okay,
thus
let's keep
saith,
going.
for thus hath the Lord said unto me, Go, set a watchman, let him declare what he seeth. And he saw a chariot with a couple of horsemen, a chariot of asses, and a chariot of camels, and he hearkened diligently with much heed. And he
So
cried a
what's
lot.
going on? Talk to me
Well,
about
he's
what's going on.
yeah. What I'm seeing is that the Lord calls him to set a watchman, to tell what he's seeing, and then when he sees basically an army or maybe a large group of people of horsemen, um, and camels, and he hearkened diligently with much heed. I
Yeah,
guess
so he's seeing a siege coming. He's seeing an attack coming.
and verse 8, and he cried, A lion, my Lord, I stand continually upon the watchtower in the daytime, and I am set in my ward whole nights. Verse 9, and behold, here cometh a chariot of men with a couple of horsemen. And he answered and said, Babylon is fallen, and all the graven images of her gods have broken unto the ground.
Okay, so even I was wrong. What the watchman saw was somebody coming back and bringing him word, and the word was Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. So the great Babylon, the biggest city, this would be like, imagine if New York City got nuked and somebody was flying the jets and they flew into Hill Air Force Base and they're like, New York City is gone. It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, I could understand with the way Isaiah is describing this that I would be afraid too, to only hear that New York is gone, but to not know what has caused it to go
I
yet.
mean, so imagine these guys, and maybe us too. Maybe for some reason, internet's down. Maybe for some reason there's no electricity. There's something going on, and somebody flies in and they're like, "Yeah, New York City's gone." That's what it would be like. Babylon's fallen. New York City or Washington D.C. gone, gone.
Oh, my threshing. Verse 10. Oh,
Oh,
my
you got to
threshing.
finish verse 9. So I interrupted you when you said Babylon is fallen, is fallen.
Babylon is fallen, and all the graven images of her God hath broken unto the ground. I got that. Verse 10. O my threshing, and the corn of my floor, that which I have heard of the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, have I declared it unto you. The burden of Dumah, he calleth me out of Seir. Watchman, what of the night? Watchman, what of the night? So now he's asking what's going on during the nighttime. Um,
Yeah,
I don't understand verse 10 about the corn of my floor. I guess maybe they made their floor out of corn husks. I don't know.
probably.
And that which I've heard the Lord of hosts. Yeah, so he's hearing from the Lord. Verse 12. The watchman said, The morning cometh, and also the night. If you will inquire ye, return, come. So now it's a retreating.
Yeah, let's keep
Verse
going.
13. The burden of Arabia, in the forest of Arabia shall you lodge, O ye traveling companies of Dananim. The inhabitants of the land of Timah brought water to him that was thirsty. They prevented with their bread him that fled. Verse 15. For they fled from the swords, from the drawn sword, and from the bent bow, and from the grievous of the war.
Okay, so
Grievousness.
imagine Babylon's fallen, but hey, the attack's coming to our door. The attack's coming to us. And they're like, okay, we got to get out of Dodge.
We know it's a war now too. At least at this point, that something's happened. Verse 16. For thus saith the Lord said unto me, within a year, according to these years of a hireling, and all the glory of Kedar shall fail, and the residue of the number of archers, the mighty men of the children of Kedar, shall be diminished. For the Lord God of Israel hath spoken it.
Okay. I mean, this is the fall of Babylon. And again, we know that this fall happens. We know that Jerusalem comes under siege. We know that all of those things are going to happen here in the next little bit. That's why Lehi got out of Dodge. But maybe it's symbolic of our day. Now, one of the things we did see here is it never said in that day. And so this is likely prophesying of things to come in, the olden days, not necessarily in our day. But it doesn't mean that it won't also happen in our day. Okay, that concludes day 21, chapter 21 of Isaiah. Thanks for tuning in. For myself, I'm Shane Baldwin. For my co-host, David Douglas. And hey, if you haven't checked out our Kia David podcast, go check it out. We've done some amazing interviews on there. So check that out and share it with your friends. Share it with your friends.
I hope I walk the path to Zion, where truth and light can guide me through. I seek the face of my Redeemer, to find my purpose clear and know just what to do. Through every trial, through every shadow, I'll seek the light that breaks the night. I want to know the deeper meaning. I want to see His guiding light. I'm seeking Zion, I'm seeking truth. I'm searching for the way to find my place with you. I want the promise, I want the call, to know my purpose here, to give to you my all. I hope I walk the path to Zion, where truth and light can guide me through. I seek the face of my Redeemer, to find my purpose clear and know just what to do. Just what to do. Through every trial, through every shadow, I'll seek the light that breaks the night. I want to know the deeper meaning. I want to see His guiding light. I'm seeking Zion, I'm seeking truth. I'm searching for the way to find my place with you. I want the promise, I want the call, to know my purpose here, to give to you my all. I hope to hear the words unspoken, the small voice that stirs my soul. I long to see the heavens open, to know my purpose here, to give to you my all. To you my all, to you my all, to you my all. I hope to hear the words unspoken, it's the small voice that stirs my soul. I long to see the heavens open, to know my purpose here, to give to you my all. I'll climb the mountains, I'll cross the sea. Whatever it takes to bring me to my knees. With every step, I'll draw more near, until your love is all I feel, all I hear. I'm seeking Zion, I'm seeking truth, I'm searching for the way to find my place with you. I want the promise, I want the call, to know my purpose here, to give to you my all. I'll go back to Zion, across the sea of faith someday. Find you in your kingdom, to know your love will guide my way.